Hello, America. Glad you're here. Of course, I saw 60 Minutes last night. I'm a little afraid to answer the phone if he calls. Yes, it's still working. If the White House calls today, I'm a little upset. I'd hate to have... He gets a little testy when people question him. Did you notice? I swear to you, you keep questioning him, it's going to be like a mask is coming off. Maybe that's just me. Well, let's go to the private jet-flying, limousine-riding hypocrites as they address the world's catastrophic warming in Copenhagen. Let me share with you what Canada's national newspaper printed this weekend. It's the Financial Post. This is what they said about Copenhagen and everything that's going on there. Quote, "The inconvenient truth overhanging in UN's Copenhagen conference is not that the climate is warming or cooling, but that humans are overpopulating the world." Well, if it's cooling, then maybe we can keep each other warm. As planetary law, such as China's one-child policy, is the only way to reverse the disastrous global birth rate currently, which is 1 million births every 4 days. Let's take a look at the global steps being considered on a nearly daily basis now. Global taxes, global currency, global economic rules, global solutions to climate change. Global, global, global.
But it is the awareness itself that will drive the change. And one of the ways it will drive the change is through global governance and global agreements.
Oh, there's nothing better than a global governance. You know, I love that. Of course, this program we were laughed at and mocked when we pointed that the newly confirmed science czar, John Holdren, this guy, he's one of the guys hanging out in the White House. Hey, let me tell you what we should do here. He advocated population control in 1977 in a book he co-authored titled Ecoscience. Among the techniques he considered were sterilants in the drinking water. He also said maybe forced abortions would be good. You know, the kind that they have in China. Has he ever denounced these methods? No. He just stated that the much worried about population explosion never happened. He should read the Canadian newspapers. He said they didn't happen, so they weren't necessary. Well, good. I'm glad it wasn't something like, you had an ethical problem with, putting sterilants in drinking water. Well, now, once again, we're worried about population, apparently. The climate cultists are pushing their less meat, less heat mantra as well. So, fewer children and no meat. But let me ask you this. If we all have to eat carrots for the rest of our lives to save the planet, so be it, right? Not in your lifetime, Jack. You eat all the carrots you want. I'm eating the bunnies. After all, the nations are just trying to do something to save the planet in Copenhagen. Can't you do your part? And now we're being pummeled with all of this in the name of a discredited global warming scam. The Goracle and his minions are out, throwing more lies to cover up their initial inconvenient lies. When asked a question about the ClimateGate scandal, Al Gore piled more lies on top of the ones he's been peddling for years.
The North Polar ice cap is melting before our very eyes. It's been the size of the continental United States for most of the last 3 million years, and now suddenly 40% of it's gone, and the rest of it is expected to disappear within 5, 10, 15 years.
Oh my gosh, I would panic if any of that were true. Wouldn't you? 40% of the ice cap gone. And it's not completely preposterous to believe that they'll totally disappear within 10 years. Okay, yes, it is. But who am I to say? In September of 2007, there was a 25% reduction in the usual minimum ice cover. This, my friend, is the truth. 25%. In the 2 years since, nearly all of the ice has returned. He must have some wrong and old data. That's hard to do. We're not supposed to be asking these questions. No. They are not sticking to the script. Here's what happens when you don't follow the rules. The debate is over. Professor Stephen Schneider is asking an uncomfortable question this weekend at the UN Climate Change Conference. Watch a UN UN security shut it down. I have a member of the press. I want that to be about Schneider.
If you don't shut that off, I'm going to take it away from you.
Sorry, sir, we are the press.
I don't care. Okay, I have to shut it off. If it happens again, take it away from you, you're going out. Is it down understood?
It's a good thing that, we got a good old American thug doing the work for the UN over there, huh? In real science, the debate is never over. The climate cultists keep saying that anybody who wants to debate, they're just flat earthers. I'm pretty sure the world is round. But will the media ever notice? They noticed the horrible, scary signs held up by the tea protesters. The signs that warned that America was headed in the wrong direction, towards fascism. The media excoriated Tea Party goers over these signs. Watch.
There's a legitimate grassroots opposition that's going on, or is it an astroturf type of thing?
I think they're astroturf. You be the judge of carrying swastikas and symbols like that to a town meeting on health care.
How inappropriate to carry swastikas, which I don't agree with, but let's just go with this. It's inappropriate to carry swastikas and symbols like that at a meeting about health care. Did Nancy Pelosi or anybody in the media notice the signs and the flags held up by the climate change supporters this weekend? Well, it's not a swastika. No, it's just a hammer and sickle. The one that was responsible for about 50 million deaths. That's all that would know. Look, save the planet. Scrap capitalism. And that little star. That's fantastic. These people openly want communism. But the media is silent, except for those who don't openly want communism or socialism. It's also interesting to me that we're the ones being compared to the flat earth believers. Yet, if you know history, I mean the basic rudimentary history, you know the word Galileo. The man who fought against the power structure of his own time to enlighten mankind that the earth wasn't flat, and that the sun, not the earth, was the center of the solar system. It was those who held power that tried to shut him down, just as those who are in power now try to shut up all who disagree now. Galileo is in the tower again. You would think that the scientists would understand their own history. The climate cult is just as much of a state-sponsored religion now as the actual state-sponsored religion was back in the Dark Ages, punishing Galileo and locking him in a tower for his opinions. And they're once again locking away the dissenters in a tower of fear, harassment, and an atmosphere of discrediting some, 30,000 plus scientists? I, for one, don't believe there's a surplus population. How about you? Where's the media on the protests in Copenhagen? Next.